So the last notebook video stopped at page 95, and it should have had the Unit 5 test on that page. 96 is an integer sheet that we did when we started Unit 6, and it's a two-sided sheet that takes both pages, page 96 and page 97. So this integer sheet. Then you have the located negative fractions and decimals on a number line sheet, page 98 and 99. Page 100 and 101 are the mixed numbers on a number line and fractions on a number line. Page 102 and 103 are the absolute value sheets that we completed. Page 104 is the E55 and E56 sheet, and it's a fold over, so it just goes on page 104. 105 is a exploring the distributive property notes sheets that we did. Distributive property practice goes on page 106. Using tiles to multiply goes on 107. Your distributive property graph goes on page 108. It's a fold over. Your distributive property area perimeter sheet goes on 109, and it's a fold over. Distributive property practice page right here on page 110. 111 is commutative property and multiplication. This also is a graded assignment and should have a grade on it. Page 111. Page 112 is associative property and multiplication. It should have a grade on it as well. It was a graded assignment. Associative property, this one doesn't have the boxes like this one has the boxes for your answer choice. This one doesn't. And this is page 113, the one without the boxes. 114 is inverse and identity property of multiplication. 115 is inverse and identity property of addition. This is 115. 116 is commutative property of multiplication, and this is also a graded assignment. It should have a grade on it. Commutative property without the boxes is page 1. I lost track of the pages. 117. 118 is your working with properties of mathematics sheet, and it's a fold over. So it's this page right here. Combining like terms is 119. 120 is simplifying algebraic expressions, and this was a graded assignment. So this assignment is a graded assignment. Simplifying expressions is 121. 122 is your word and phrases to math symbols sheet. 123 is writing expressions. This one is a graded assignment. Should have a grade on it. Translate algebraic expressions is a one sheet that goes across 2 pages, and it goes across 124 and 125. 126 is your algebraic expressions and properties study guide sheet that you use for the Unit 6 test. And this is the other study guide. We had 2 that we used. Unit 6 study guide problems and review. Page 126 for the algebraic expressions and properties. And the other one, Unit 6 study guide problems and review, is 127. Both of them are fold overs. 128 is the worksheet that I call 280 to 284 worksheet. It's just a little half sheet with problems that started with number 280 and ended at problem number 284. Your substitution worksheet goes on page 129. That looks like this. There wasn't really a title, but it says calculate the value of the following if m equals, it gives you a little key here. So that should be page 129. 130 should be matching verbal expressions with algebraic expressions, and it's a fold over. Substitution practice should be 131. And it says substitution practice at the top of the sheet. Right there. Alright, 132 is a sheet that goes across 2 pages. 132 and 133. It looks like this. Name the property illustrated. 134 is where we cut your addition and multiplication properties note sheets out. And addition properties and distributive properties goes on page 134. Your multiplication properties, half of that sheet, goes on page 135. 136 is your Unit 6 quiz. And you should have the Scantron back. I gave them back, so you should have the Scantron to go with this on 136. 137 is where you're going to put your Unit 6 test when you get it back. 138 should be the Unit 7 equations and equality vocabulary words. And 139 should be the notes. And both of these sheets were given out on Monday, December 15th. This was homework for Monday, December 15th on page 140. This is 140. This was homework for Monday, December 15th. And then in class today on Tuesday, December 16th, we did this Venn diagram, and we placed these numbers in the Venn diagram where they fit for expressions, equations, and inequalities. So this is what we did today. And that's page 141. And 142 should be notes that you got about solutions to equations and inequalities. And this page we left blank just for any other general questions that you might have that you need to get answered, or notes that we need to take about that. And this is page 143. 144 is a sheet we worked on in class today, identifying solutions and equations, solutions to equations and inequalities. Practice A worksheet. We did 1 through 5 in 6th period and 1 through 6 in 7th period on this sheet. And then 145 should be tonight's homework. Page. Lift up the flip clip. Hand that page underneath there. Yeah. Alright, it's tonight's homework, and it should say identifying solutions to equations and inequalities, worksheet practice B. So it should be a little sheet that we cut, and it says practice B on it tonight for homework on page 145.